Miss Monique,
Sir?
that is truly an honor to be talking to you.
Thank you.
So there's so many things about living with MS, but today I want to talk about the support you get. And just the idea that, you know, for you, now I'm just talking to you personally, which would be the best thing for you to have somebody support you, a caregiver who is a good listener, a cheerleader, a comedian, or somebody to help you physically do things or anything else? What would the best thing for you?
Someone could listen to me and help me.
Listen to you and help you physically?
Yes,
like
sir. Yes, sir.
making sure that you're doing the right thing? And
Take my showers and everything.
there we go. Wonderful. So, but listening,
Yes.
very important.
Yes, it is.
Totally agree. And really in life, I think, everybody needs a good listener.
Yes, sir.
I think. So thank you for that. Thank you. Who is right now, who is the person or people who are providing your support at this moment?
My mother.
How is she?
She getting sick of me. She also, because I fall all the time. But she does, and I like the MS group. I love coming here.
MS Warriors of Southwest Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
You love it here.
Yes, I do.
Your mom is truly a wonderful support.
She is.
That's wonderful. Thank you. And thank her, definitely. I do too. Now, with everything that you experience with MS, what would you say would be the thing that most needs support? Would it be walking and stuff like that?
Walking.
Helping you be able to walk, because I know from our discussions at MS Warriors, you've fallen.
Yes,
right?
fall a lot.
Okay. But you're working on correcting that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And your mom helps with that as well as and so that's good to have that support.
It
definitely, as well as the people here at MS.
I love it. I can talk to other people who understand what I'm going through.
It always helps, right? Because they listen too. They're good listeners.
People like me, you get checks. Checks don't help you. You gotta give it off your system.
Exactly.
That's
wonderful. And that's going to be good advice for people who watch this. You're gonna give them a good lesson.
Yes.
So thank you, Monique. Thank you. All right. So for right now in 2025, what's your biggest challenge right now with living with MS?
I need somebody true that's gonna help me. That's gonna help me. I want somebody 5 days a week. The lady had 3 days a week, but she did 3. I want somebody 5 days a week.
5 days a week,
yes,
of course.
Yes, I want that.
And to have that would definitely benefit
Yes, it
you,
would.
and just having somebody there 5 instead of 3. Okay.
Because I can take a shower 5 days a week.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
But okay. So that's something to shoot for. Hopefully we can find a way to make that happen.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. The support that you're getting, what's working for you now? What's the best thing about support that you're getting now?
I like the MS group. We talk all the time. I like my mother. She's sick of me, but she helps me all the time. She's been with me all the time. She was here when I got MS. I've been here with her. The whole time I came to her when she moved to Louisiana. She's from Crowley, Louisiana, but she came to Lake Charles to be with her uncle, her son, her brother. I said it wrong. I'm saying her brother, and he's disabled all the way.
Wow.
He came.
She's helping you and him now?
No, his wife is helping a lot.
Okay.
She goes see him when she can, but his wife helping all. She quit her job to be with her husband.
That's an amazing wife.
She's wonderful.
That's wonderful. So your mom is definitely the best thing about your support.
Yes.
As well as MS Warriors.
Yes, MS Warriors. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Is there something that I haven't asked about that in your life with MS you definitely want to share with those who are watching that are also living with MS?
I want to fall in love.
You want to fall in love.
I want to fall in love.
You know, everybody wants that also. Yes, so that would be the biggest thing, is to find someone special who you have trust with and you can be committed
and can understand that I have MS.
Absolutely. And understand what that means.
Exactly.
So, okay. Anything else right now about that? But I hope you find that.
I want to help my mother because she's going through. She made 76 years old, 72nd.
Oh my gosh.
And I ruined her. Because she wanted to go out for she with me. Because I'm with her. But
Well,
didn't
she needs a nice vacation.
She does. She does. Yes, she. I want my father to come down here so she can go out.
Nice.
My father lives in Virginia.
Well, let's see if that can happen.
I'm gonna try to do that. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Monique,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much for
Thank you for all you do.
sharing. Well, thank you for everything
Yes,
that
sir.
you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And that's about all I have. Anything else you want to say?
I'm just so thankful to people. In those words, I'm thinking. I'm getting happy. I'm happy because you talk. I want to shake your hand, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm happy because you talk to me. It's been hard for me because I used to be a teacher. I can't be a teacher no more.
What did you teach?
Special ed.
Oh my God, where did you teach?
Well, I came from Maryland.
Wow.
So
okay.
like 2 kids I had was in Maryland. They was getting to go to jail, and they graduated under. They had 2 people before me. They graduated under me.
That is beautiful and amazing and
Yes,
wonderful, Monique.
It is.
That is a huge, accomplishment.
Okay, you scared me when you looked at me. You scared me. When
I'm
you looked
sorry.
At
I'm
me.
sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You really have good eyes. Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
have
good.
good-
You
I have
saw
good-
that.
yes,
So, well, that's wonderful
very
that you
thankful.
did that, and
Yes, sir.
I know they are too.
Yes, sir.
So,
They can go pay theirs now.
thank you for sharing that.
so
And
much.
to be continued. If you ever want to say anything else
Yes,
of the
sir.
other meetings,
Yes, sir.
I'm here for you.
Thank you
okay?
so much.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day, okay?
You also.
Thank you.
All right, Bailey, thank you so much for this. And what did you experience before the diagnosis that you would like to share with the viewer?
Well, it's kind of crazy because it's like ever since I was in high school even, I would have these moments where one time I was sleeping and I thought it was a nightmare when really like I woke up in my mom's bed screaming and crying and rolling over saying I'm on fire, I'm on fire.
You were in your mom's bed.
Yes.
Not yours.
In my mom's.
Yes.
Like I was in my mom's bed.
Yes.
Because I was so scared of a nightmare.
Oh,
And I recently keep having this nightmare of I was on fire. And I had no clue what was going on. And I could feel it over me. And it was almost like my mom was like, what's going on? It was like,
right.
what? And so I went to the doctor and they diagnosed me with anxiety and depression. And so,
Okay.
yeah, and so just following up
And that was
from
your family doctor.
Yes.
That was the, okay.
Yeah,
the
so
person.
following up from there,
Okay.
I've always been diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and I was given Prozac, Zoloft, just, continuously trying different medications that would not work.
Okay.
And now, right before my diagnosis, I started to get really, really bad migraines. So I would have like these on fire migraines.
It was all about
And
fire, it
yes,
seems like.
it felt
Just
like
either
there
the
was
body or the mind.
Yeah, it just at moments it felt like I was getting struck by lightning. Like it was just pins,
Okay.
needles, lightning, whatever. Like
Yeah,
that's what
migraines on from the
yeah.
so.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is not normal. I don't see how this is just a panic, because then I was diagnosed with a panic disorder. So it was just being thrown out,
Sure.
like
Yes.
things mentally, just
Yes.
thinking it was a mental issue.
Yes.
And the day before things really started happening was when my whole left side of my body went numb.
Oh,
So
goodness.
I was just at home watching a movie, hanging out, and then I was like, my foot's asleep. This is so weird. And it was asleep for 2 hours. And I was like, what's going on? So I wake up that day and my whole left side of my body's numb too.
Well, when you hear something like that, you think stroke. But
Yeah.
you were so
and I was
young.
like, what is going on? So I went to urgent care, because that's my natural response, just go to
course,
urgent care,
yes.
don't blow it up. So they were like, oh, you have sciatica. And I was like, I don't know about that. So
Yes.
then they were like, let us know in a couple of days. Well, they actually called me and was like, we want you to go to the ER because you're still having issues.
Yes.
And I go to the ER and they're like, we can't see what's wrong, because it's everything with your
Sure.
brain.
Yes.
And so they send me to a neurosurgeon. And a neurosurgeon deals with the body, not the brain. So we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
And I go to Matthew Burton, great doctor.
Yes.
And he was like, he did some tests on me and was like, I want you to get an MRI and I want you to just be patient with me and let's see what that says, because I don't think this is something that has to deal with just your body. It has to deal with you, neurology.
Yes. Yes.
And I was like, okay. So we get the MRI back, and what do you see? Spots and lesions on my brain.
Lesions on the brain. That
So
is
that's where it all
yes.
starts.
So Dr. Burton was the. And
Yeah.
I know I went to him also.
Yeah,
so
but
yes.
he definitely was
the person
great.
who found.
Yes, because even
Okay.
if he didn't deal with
Right,
that,
right, yes.
he knew like it was something more serious.
Yes.
So thankful for him.
We're going to make sure that people know about him.
Yes,
and,
thankful for
give
him.
him. Okay.
And then they bring me to what I really needed, was a neurologist.
Exactly.
And so and even just
and you have
that,
one now?
Yes.
Here in Lake Charles, or is it somewhere else?
So there's only 2 in Lake Charles,
Right.
and they're both very, very busy.
Yes.
So I go to one in Baton Rouge,
Okay.
I think, or Lafayette, whichever one.
Okay.
But
I understand.
I haven't seen her in a while because I follow up with her in 6 months.
Gotcha.
But and she was really good too, because with what she didn't automatically say, hey, we're going to go with multiple sclerosis. She said, this is a very serious disease, so we're going to take a spinal tap.
Yes, okay.
I think everyone there should go straight to a spinal tap. Like after getting your MRI, and if you don't have enough things to tell you exactly what you have, spinal taps are beautiful.
next step,
I mean, you can tell what infections you have, if you have a disease, whatever. And right away when I got my results back, she said, you are positive with MS.
With MS, okay.
Yeah.
So MRIs and spinal taps were the things that really turn the
Yes.
tide and,
Yes.
and help you understand.
And that's
that.
why I hope that I can make awareness to people that you definitely should not try to heal yourself with a bunch of different medications first. I think you should get information on it first by MRIs or
advice.
spinal taps.
Definitely.
Because that, let alone all the medicines that I've been taking, have been actually weakening my MS.
Yes.
Because it went against it, all the antibiotics. Because, so I have symptoms like I'll have very sore throat with my MS. It's hard to swallow. When I wasn't diagnosed, I would go to urgent care and they'd say, oh, it's strep throat.
Right.
And then I get antibiotics and all this other
Yes.
help on something that wasn't meant for it.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I definitely think that's
Now,
the first step.
before you were diagnosed and you went through all that, people telling you anxiety or depression, what do you want to let a person who has just been diagnosed with MS, a young person, what do you want them to know about if they are ever diagnosed by, about depression and anxiety? What would you like to tell them?
So if you think something is going on that just isn't right with yourself and you are told otherwise, I think it's really important to do your own research. Do your own research and really look into it. Don't overwhelm yourself with the answers on Google, but look into your own research and then go further with what you have discovered, and go to doctors like neurologists and other specialists that work with what you have found.
Nice.
And try and figure out that way. And just do not ignore your body. Do not ever ignore it just
Your
by
body's
a
telling
doctor.
you things. And
Just
so-
by a doctor saying, oh, it's this. Do not get, relieved yet. You need to go further into, listening to yourself.
Wonderful advice.
And it's
Thank
even just acne on your face, or even just, a certain type of weakness you have. Like anything your body's trying to tell you, it will tell you something that it seems small, but it's really a bigger issue.
Something connected with something bigger. So.
Yes, because I was having panic attacks to doctors when
It's
really
another one,
they
yeah.
were seizures.
Yes, there we
And,
go.
I would be at work and let's say a flare-up hits me, and I will go run in the bathroom thinking it's a panic attack, and I will fall on the floor having a seizure thinking it's just me having tremors from a panic attack.
Goodness.
So
Okay.
it's really tricky when it comes to things, because things like to mimic each other with health, you know, like there is panic disorders out there that do have tremors, and it mimics an MS tremor.
Yes.
So it's really, you got to dig deep. You can't just go with one answer.
And get a person who like a neurologist
Yeah.
to look at these.
Yeah, and you have to be strong. That's what I've learned with the whole process, is you have to be stern and strong, because there's a lot of doctors that think because they have degrees that they know more than you do, but you know your body more than anyone.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. And that's the whole reason of saying MS is an invisible disease.
Yes.
That's what everyone says. You can look at me right now and think everything's completely fine. I did my hair, I did my makeup, my nails, but there was a lot before that. It took me a long time to do this. I had moments where I was crying in between because it hurt. You know, you don't see what you look at, and you automatically go to judging. So with MS, it's an invisible illness, and that's why you need to do your own research off of what you feel, because no one feels what you feel.
It's so important, and it's priceless information you're giving them, so thank you.
When I was diagnosed with MS,
Yes.
I was like, you know, you think when you're diagnosed with any disease or MS, cancer, anything, a person would be like, oh my gosh.
Right.
But with me, it was, oh my gosh. Like, you're telling me that this isn't all in my head, which is a funny thing, because MS, it is all in my head. But yeah, I was like, you're telling me it's not like all in my head, like I'm not crazy. Because that's how I felt every single day. And a big thing on this is the mind is so, it's crazy. The mind's crazy, because I have manipulated myself before the diagnosis into believing something was wrong with me. So like when I would drive and I would smell smoke outside, I was like, oh my gosh, my car's on fire. Like, I would manipulate myself into believing it's anxiety, and then I would get anxious and have anxiety. But really, smoke interferes with MS. If you smell smoke, it's inflammation in the brain. And so that's why I can't be around people who smoke cigarettes or smoke.
Because you don't know if it's that or
yeah,
if it's
because if I'm around smoke, it feels like I'm smoking it myself.
Oh my goodness.
And because it's that strong.
And that's new to me, and I've been doing this for a couple of years.
So with MS, your nervous system feels like it's on the outside.
Yes.
So things on the outside feels like it's closer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's why when I was driving my car or doing something, and I had something that interfered with my MS and caused a flare-up, I went straight to I'm having a panic attack. And then I'd freak out and have anxiety, whatever. But now I'm diagnosed with something, I know. So if I'm driving and I smell smoke, I'm like, okay, I might have a flare-up, but it's okay. We'll go to the side of the road, we'll handle it. And my life has became so much better ever since the diagnosis, because I know how to try and figure it out.
Yes.
Not that I know everything now. I'm still, there's so much, a lot more I need to learn.
Yes.
But I know the first answer, which is it has to deal with a brain disease.
Yes.
So
Thank
that's
you
why
for that.
with my diagnosis, I felt so relieved, because it's like, there is an answer I can go off of. There's research I can do. When you're told you have anxiety, there's not much you can do. So
that's wonderful. In addition to the medical people, what kind of support did you get from family, friends, or other people? Who were they? Who was your best support group or person?
I would have to say it was my family. Even though at times they didn't understand.
Of course.
And it felt like, with MS, it's always gonna feel like no one understands. And that's okay, because they don't. You know, you have to come to realization that they don't, and they never will. But even just a simple, like, we're there for you is an understanding. You know, it tells you that they understand you're going through something and they're there for you. And that's the thing is with MS, the support I got was myself plus my family. And if you don't have yourself, you have nothing. And that's what I've realized with MS.
Great.
Is like, before I was diagnosed, I was this person that was so just to themselves and just afraid to speak up and say things. But that's, with MS, that's what you have to be. You have to be strong and you have to be there for yourself. So I'd say my number one support was God and myself.
Nice.
And yeah, I definitely do want to bring up God. If you're religious or not, having some type of, you know, just something to look up to, the universe, God, anything, it really does help.
Very much.
And yeah, my family.
You're not alone with that also.
Yeah.
A number of people
Yeah,
have told
my family
me that.
definitely did help me in the ways they could.
Yes, yes.
Because they would tell me, you know, straight up, like, I don't know anything about this or understand.
At least they were being
but
honest
I'm
and
here.
saying, yeah.
And I was like,
I am.
yay, thank you.
Yeah.
And what made me, with MS, what makes you feel more seen is not the people that say, it's going to be okay, everything's going to be okay. My biggest thing I wanted to say today, that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay, because I'm going to be honest, raw and real, it's not going to be okay. It's not. Sometimes it's not. And that's what's okay with it. Is like, it's not going to, but you learn how to work through it and how to live with it, because what other people's normal is not yours now, and it's okay. And I felt more seen when people literally, like, some part of my family would be like, that's terrible. Like, just straight up, that's terrible, but I'm here. And because it is. And, you know, it's okay to have a positive outlook on things, and that's what I love, is having a positive outlook. But sometimes you got to look at it through a dark point of view sometimes, and be like, this is dark, but I can live through it and go through it. And that's what helped me.
It's
yes,
about, you know,
because putting on a shield and on a mask hurts you. And that's
you got to be real. You got to be
real.
okay. Let's, you know.
And I've done that for a lot of my life. Even just being diagnosed with anxiety, I put on this mask that I'm okay, and it actually does more damage than.
So you lived it, and you know that this is not the way to do it. It's raw,
it's,
brutally honest.
Yes, be honest with yourself.
Yes.
And if you're not okay, then, I mean, go get a therapist. Therapy really helps.
Yes.
Therapy really helps.
Excellent.
Just being in groups like Bible studies and other things, just do not isolate yourself, even though you think this is what this disease is. Because that's what I told myself was, oh, my immune system's terrible, I need to isolate myself from people. But I rather live a full happy life, even if it might be short due to what I have. I rather live it happy and not isolate myself. Because depression, I have done a lot of research with depression and MS. And MS is listed one of the number one diseases that cause suicide. And it's a real thing. And I just want to say that you're not alone, and it will get better.
Nice.
It will.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful, Bailey. Thank you.
And uncurable doesn't mean uncurable. You know, if you believe in something like God, that's always.
They have many people working on it right now.
Yeah.
And so who knows what's going to happen next year?
Exactly.
Or this year, later this year. And so that's always hope. So thank you. Thank you for that. You talked briefly about, you know, medication for anxiety and depression. Are you on a medication right now for MS?
Yes.
What are you taking?
I take Kesimpta.
I've heard of that.
And it's like a newer medicine. A lot of people get transfusions, like IVs, and with me, I just take it once a month. I give it to myself in my leg.
Okay. So it's an injection once a month in the leg. And, okay. All right. And it's so far, I mean, and then the 5.
So that's the thing with MS, is what I mean by don't lose hope, is because it is a long process. With everything, it's a long process. I've been on it 3 months, And I still don't, because, you know, they say it's uncurable, so obviously it's not going to make a miracle work. You're not going to take a shot and then it be gone. You're always going to have it, but it will lower the progression. And I will say, when I first had MS and was diagnosed, I was walking with 2 canes at times. I was stuttering, and like all my symptoms were there.
Wow.
And now I'm speaking completely
Very
fine.
much, yes.
I still get a lot of confusion and whatever, but my thought process comes a lot faster.
And you have no canes today.
No cane today.
So that's wonderful.
Yeah. So I will say, I'm not gonna say, oh, it does wonders, but also
It's
it's
better
working.
than it was. It's slowing
Yeah.
it down quite a bit. so.
Exactly, yeah. And also I do want to say, like, it may not seem like it because you're still going to have it.
Yes.
And that's what I had to tell myself, because I was getting angry with life and with medicine and everything for a while, because I still wake up with a burning sensation in my head. That's always going to kind of be there.
Okay.
And it's hard to say, and it's hard to admit sometimes, but that's always going to be there. But I have realized the other symptoms, sometimes I allow the pain that I'm going through to overrule the other things that has been eliminated, you
Yes,
know?
of course,
So like,
yes.
there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hate this disease, nothing's working, whatever, but it is, because I'm not
is.
stuttering anymore. I can
Yes.
walk better, I can whatever. There will always be pain, but that's why you have to look at the bright side of it, of
Now, others
how
who
it's
I've
working.
talked to with MS, do you write down the things that are happening to you when you see your doctor? Do you write down, here are the things that my medication is working, here's what I'm still doing? Do you do that?
So, just like this, how we're doing a video,
Yes.
I have realized with MS that my brain gets very foggy. So if I
Yes.
try to write down things, like
Okay.
it's hard to sometimes, because
Yes.
it's like I don't write down the right thing, I misspell things. It's hard
Of course,
with MS,
yes.
with all that. So I take a video sometimes. I talk to a
Wonderful
camera.
idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes if I'm drive to Walmart, get groceries, I need to take a break in between drives, I'll take a video and be like, hey, right now I'm taking a break, this is what's going on, whatever. So that
What a
helps
great
you.
idea. If you,
Yeah,
if you
you
have
could do a video log
any
or
issue
something.
with writing, you have every
Yeah.
cell phone has a camera video, so
Yeah, because that's
use that.
what I got upset a lot about. Was I never understood, even before my diagnosis, why I couldn't do my hobbies. I had so many hobbies I used to love doing. I used to love doing art, whatever, but like every time I would try to do a hobby, I'd even forget what I was doing with the hobby, or I'd get tired, I would need a nap.
Sure.
And it even getting diagnosed, it explained why I was so burnt out easily from the things I used to love doing.
So many answers were
So
given to you.
that's exactly why people say you need to learn your new norm. And even though it's not normal to other people, it's normal to you.
Yes.
So if you have to go out of your comfort zone just to get into a new one, then that's how it needs to be.
Yes.
And
Great job.
yeah, I've found other hobbies that do me better.
Nice.
And you know,
Nice.
it's a whole experiment, really.
Yes,
It's a whole
yes.
experiment with yourself. And
Yeah, that's wonderful advice.
I would like to say that your environment. So I want to bring up your environment is an important part of you with MS. And I will openly say my testimony. I used to drink to numb the pain because I didn't know what the pain was.
Thank you.
And so I used to think it was anxiety and depression.
Sure.
And when I used to drink all my problems away, it'd go away, but for just in that moment.
Yes.
The next day, terrible migraine. My hangovers with MS is a lot worse. It feels like you're literally dying. So my environment that I was in was not the right one. I involved myself with a community that wasn't the best, with drinking and just trying to numb my pain.
Sure.
And it weakened my MS. And my experience with that was just, it was hard. It was even more depressing trying to get rid of my depression.
Yes.
And so the moment I took myself out that environment, because I knew with MS you shouldn't drink. I know some people do, but that's inflammation. Everything with MS, a big part is inflammation on the brain. So if you do your research, like one of your questions was, what research did you do?
Yes.
It's really just research on what inflammation can do to the brain and what inflammation is in.
And always check who that information's coming from. You know, on the line you may have
yes, and with alcohol, I mean, it's proven there's a lot of inflammation that comes from it.
Is there a website for the research that you go to usually? MS Focus, MS Society? Is there
not really. I just
place?
do my own research, really. I go into really the facts of it. Like with food, I look at the carbs, I look at the everything. Like I like to treat myself like I'm a dietitian. And so I like to really do research on actual facts of things, not just articles and stuff. Like I'll go off of what's in certain foods, and that's a really important thing too. One of my big experiences was with food. Like I'm gluten-free. I don't use canola oil or vegetable oils. I just use olive oil and avocado.
And all of this you found online as things that
and also just looking on the ingredients and just going, I mean, even just going to Books A Million and getting a book that a dietitian would buy. You know, like getting like ASC test books, like to work on testing for being a dietitian or college. You know, that's what I've done. Like I'm like, okay, what books should I get if I'm going to college for being a dietitian? I go buy those books and I look into that stuff like that. Like you really have to. If you don't trust what is given to you, then trust yourself and do your own things that you realize you need to do.
Great point.
So yeah, what I was saying was like your environment, what you involve yourself with, and finding out things with inflammation that involved with drinking. I completely was like, I need to get myself out of this. I need to leave. Because your community and who you surround yourself with is a huge, huge, huge factor. And so I was like, I need to remove myself immediately. So I stopped that lifestyle and went into another one. You know, I want to go to church more. And I say this and it looks like I have my life put together right now, but I don't. And I still fall short and I still fall back, and it's hard for me to want to do things because motivation with MS is really hard to want to be motivated, especially when you're fatigued all the time. And so I think I've experienced the best when I took away an environment that wasn't meant for me.
That's wonderful advice. Thank you, Bailey, very much. That's going to be very helpful. And that's
the reason why I put myself in those environments, because I just wanted to feel normal. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
And that was my issue, was I wanted to feel normal, but that wasn't my normal. So I had to get out of it. I needed a new one.
Find the best thing for the new normal.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Just because you're young doesn't mean you're not going to have issues. Like, that's what I've realized, because you look at older people with MS as a young person not diagnosed. I will say I'm a lot more humble now that I have MS. And when I wasn't diagnosed with anything, I thought just because I was young, I could do whatever I wanted. Just because I was young, I could live my life the way I wanted to, because I was healthy and happy, but I wasn't. And I got an ego about it, and I think like being young, you think you should live like you're young.
Sure, definitely.
But I think you should definitely, if you're young and you just found out you had a disease, you need to understand that it's not just the older generation that is dealing with issues. It's also the young generation. And you should definitely show awareness to your friends that don't even have MS. And just, not try to mother them, but be like, hey, maybe you should watch out what you're doing with how you eat or how you live your life, because you could be like me. Because with MS, there's not there's not an exact diagnosis to why I have it. Like there is not, a doctor can't come up to me today and be like, hey, this is why you have MS.
Yes.
There's no telling.
Yes.
I could have ate the wrong thing. I could have got the wrong sickness one day and whatever. And that's why I think it's really important while you're young, do the diet plan while you're young, work out while you're young. Don't just say, I'll deal with that when I'm older.
Because MS affects the body, and if you can take care of your body, you're going to be ready for anything.
You can take care of your body now, then you don't have to worry with the after. The same thing with MS is, I can tell myself all I want to, oh, I'm not in a wheelchair now. I only have relapsing MS.
Yes.
It could go into progressive MS
Yes.
if I don't take care of my body.
Yes.
So if you have the blessing of getting diagnosed young like me,
Yes.
then you should definitely start on things.
Great point.
Because a lot of older people don't get diagnosed till they're older, and the reason
right,
the
yes.
reason why they are in a wheelchair is because they didn't know how to treat it before.
Yes. Great point. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Bailey, very much.
All the things that you've been hard on yourself for, like work and everything else, like stress is one of the number one things that interferes with your MS.
Wow.
So I think if you're freshly diagnosed, do not overstress yourself about it.
There we go.
Because that's what I did, and I still do it. It's really hard to work with MS because you don't know when a flare-up will hit you. You don't know when, you need your third nap of the day. You don't know. And so that's what I did when I was first diagnosed. I wish someone would have told me, like, work can wait. This can wait. That can wait. Friends can wait.
Anything that's bringing stress needs to be
Yes.
adjusted.
That friendship that you're having issues with, that can wait.
Right.
That family member that you're bickering with and having problems, that can wait.
Yes.
You need a matter now. And I know that sounds so hard, but it's true.
Well,
Because I have a daughter, and I've always worried about what people thought about me. I've always thought about, well, if I give my parents my daughter, everyone will think I'm a terrible mom.
oh,
But I
gosh.
think what would make me a terrible mom is if I kept her while I was going through this process
Very
and
much.
didn't focus on myself.
Yes.
And I can do better. There's a lot of things I need to improve in my,
Sure.
in being a mother. But I just knew I would not be able to battle both of that at once, especially a toddler.
Yes.
So I have amazing parents, love my mama, and she is doing her
priceless.
best to take care of my daughter while I get to figure things out.
Well, bless her definitely.
And that's exactly like when you first get diagnosed, do not be afraid to put things to the side.
Got you.
Even if it's something as motherhood, which is very important.
Right.
But that is stressful, even being a mother.
Yes.
So, it's hard because we're so quick to judge people.
Yes.
And we're so quick to judge a mother that has gotten mad at their child and has ended up doing something terrible when they didn't mean to.
Yes.
Because, they didn't know how to handle it, and they didn't have the right resources, and
Yes.
they didn't, so I think it is very important.
Well, that's one of the
to
reasons we're
plan
doing this, is to help people understand there's more to the story than what you see in a
than what
moment.
you see. A lot of
And,
things are invisible, so don't be
yes.
quick to judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All of this, Bailey, has been, I'm a retired professor and you have taught me today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the student, you're the teacher now. And so I appreciate all of this that you've shared, because it has been new compared to all the other dozens of people I've talked to with MS. So you've definitely helped.
I do want to say, though, to people that don't have MS,
Yes.
is to take your time with people that do. And
Great advice.
because we're figuring it out as much as you are. And it doesn't make sense sometimes, but that's life. Life really doesn't make sense sometimes. And that's why I say I was so humbled after I found out I had MS, because now I want to know everything about everyone. Like, now I want to know, you hear about people that have cancer and other things, and you feel bad for them.
Yes.
But truly, sometimes you're like, well, my life is still important. I have other things to do. You know, you don't really care about it. You don't think about it. Well, now after having MS, like, I want to know more about what everyone has. I want to know, I want to be aware of just like this. I want people to be aware of what I have and what other people have. So whenever you are out in public and there's someone on the floor of the grocery store, and they're trying to take a deep breath, trying to, you know, get themselves together, you're not over here looking at them thinking, well, they must be on drugs or something because they're just being weird. If you see someone stumbling, looking like they're drunk, that's a lot with MS. You look like you're drunk sometimes because you can't walk right, you can't think right.
Right, yes.
And before I had MS, I would look at those same people and be like, what is up with them? But now I'm just so humbled, and I look at people and are you okay? A simple "are you okay" helps. And you may be saving a life right then and there.
Exactly.
So I think it's very important for people that do not have MS or any issues with anything to still be aware of other people's issues around you and still keep up with yourself if you're healthy and happy.
Yes.
And that's really it.
That's
Because it's hard living with MS and having people not quite understand you.
yeah.
And because words hurt like a knife. Opinions, it's hard.
Yes.
And for someone to see that your house is a mess and then to look at you and say, how can you let this happen?
Right.
How can you? But the first answer would be, what is going
What's
on
going
with you?
on?
You know,
Yes.
how's, you know, because that person's life could be a mess mentally and physically.
Yes.
And just that mess right there in their kitchen has nothing to do with what's really going on.
Yes.
And
It's a sign
so-
of something possibly deeper and something that needs to be addressed.
Yes, everything has a deeper meaning.
Yes.
And yeah, I think I just want to say stay humble always, and always be aware of things that don't seem as what they are.
Nice. Great advice, Bailey, and I appreciate very much you sitting down with us and sharing this. And I can tell you, I believe this is going to help a number of people, and we're going to try and get it to as many people as we can who can benefit. So thank you so much for this.